So as you said that before, when you said that now anyone, even a simple user with some data, can innovate anything, right? So we all know that 15, 20 years ago, there was a digital literacy that was in place. Like everyone was learning how to email, how to even use a computer or a laptop, not even laptop, right? So do you think that AI has become the new generation literacy requirement?
One way I would say yes, or one way it is no, because of the fact that um, so sometimes what happened that you have to push the technology
Mm-hmm.
and you have to change it because people are not able to change or people are not willing to change. So you are forcing somebody to change.
Right.
And then that's time we call it like, okay, I have to focus on literacy part. I have to basically make it mandatory to go through and all that.
Mm-hmm.
In GenAI, what is happening that the marketing is itself is happening around the world, right? So you need not to tell somebody that, okay, what is ChatGPT? I think everyone, even our parents, our kids are. My kid is also telling that, okay, did you actually say my story from ChatGPT, right? So I have to tell that yes or no, right? Because
Okay.
every day you cannot produce one story, so sometimes you have to create that story from your Meta
Right.
AI on WhatsApp,
Mm.
right? So I did that, and then she found it that okay, it cannot be so beautiful from you, so maybe it is something else. And then so it is not that you have to tell. Even for teachers, even for different doctors and all that, people are aware of it.
Mhm.
So it is not of a literacy. It is making sure that you are making that awareness
Right.
that people are having they know already ABCD. Now you have to literate them or tell them that okay, how to form the words, and then you just how to do the communication. And because it is a natural language or English language and sometimes other languages also, so it is not that they are taking time. They are also, once they are getting that wow factor, I think only the part that we have to create that wow factor. And for that particular person, once that wow factor is creating, people are trying it out. Believe it or not, I think everyone has ChatGPT account, everyone has something to do with GenAI. Maybe
Right.
they are not creating enterprise level solution, maybe they are not creating something very big that is known, but they are using it in day to day. Even I'm telling you, one of means when it started 2 years back, my some of the member who are joining newly, they are sending leave request from ChatGPT or our internal tool. And we are suddenly seeing a difference between the language, how
Mm.
they used to write and how we are
Correct.
writing. So it is predominantly, we can say that it is changing for everywhere. Yeah, some of the people may expect more because they are, for example, some type of organizational employees are there who are basically looking for the perfect solution.
Right.
They generally sometimes get demotivated saying that, okay, I wanted to have 100%, but it is still 50%. So I will take some time. And that is understood.
Okay. So now, um in that case, do you think that the stakeholders, I mean, the number of stakeholders which were previously there, like there were very dependency on few stakeholders, right? Like developers, coders, data scientists. Now, even the functional teams, even they can become a stakeholder, right? So, do you think that vibe coding, the latest trend of the market, that vibe coding, do you think vibe coding can actually help this functional teams to come up and innovate or build their own thing and then pass it on to the developer team asking, see, this is what I have created. Can you please refine this for me? Do you think
Yeah.
that is
So
possible?
So one thing I would say that currently, earlier there is a boundary between the roles, and
Mm-hmm.
after GenAI has come, I think the boundary is becoming very light, or I would say gray, because now data scientists are thinking about UI development. UI developers are thinking about creation of explainability, and then whatnot. As you said, the ask is really same, and sometimes you are sometimes overlapping one other's role, and we have to be very mindful that in this area we have to be open in mind, right? Because if I say that okay, I'm a technical manager and nobody knows better than me, that should be wrong, because somebody who used to be maybe not having so much technical jargon understanding and all of this, they can suddenly come with GenAI tool with their hand, and they will tell that, oh, I also understand what you do. Because now if I just write, okay, what is the way how somebody can develop AI solution, and
Right.
GenAI will give you the exact prescription, right? So my point is that yes, you can do augmentation of those roles,
Mhm.
maybe 30-40%, maybe sometimes 50% through vibe coding. But at this moment, I don't think so it will purely replace it. But it can, we can see that situation that some functional consultant understand the business understanding, and they can create some kind of a prototype, and they can say that, yeah, this is my in my mind, and let's discuss. So my
Hmm.
suggestion would be that once you have that prototype, let's discuss and have a viewpoint and do a couple of round. It is not that what GenAI is giving, it is always that it is
Right.
accepted in the industry, because of the fact that GenAI may not have the what is called the context how your developers are building, because there are a lot of tools. Once you integrate it like GitHub Copilot and all that, that's a different case.
So, do you think that now again, vibe coding? I understand that it's 50% augmentation is needed, right? Now, for do you think that if in case the functional people, especially those who actually are working in the business development section,
Mhm.
right? They are facing the clients, they need to go back and forth between teams, and then report back to clients that this is the status or something like that. So, do you think that if in case they are trained properly on vibe coding, this functional team,
Mhm.
do you think they can help in actually finding a business solution?
Yes, so I would go with that, right? So if you are a functional person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing any functional person is doing is they are collecting the business inside business requirement, and then they are kind of first next step would be, as per my understanding, next step will be designing that solution,
Right.
right? Or architecting that solution. There is a term, if you are in product based, we call it like product manager. If you are in a service based industry, probably solution manager or
Solution
something
manager.
like that. So you should actually augment that role of a solution manager or an architect or functional architect. So functional
Mm-hmm.
SME to functional architect. And then after that, if you have to do small kind of vibe coding POC and all that, you should stop there. Why? Because there are a lot to do in the design phase and architecture phase. For example, even feasibility study, right? If it is really feasible or not, which technology to use or not, you can always go there and work with AI and understand what is possible and all that.
Mm-hmm.
The low level coding, for example, how to write in Python or how to write in C++, let it be from the development team, because there
Right.
is no value add for you, as per my understanding. If not, you are a startup and you have to do end to end
Mm-hmm.
everything from a single person. Because functional person can also always go to that architect part, understanding the design, and then let it go to the developer part, and then the developer, you can say that the dev and ops can be same. Like for example, who is developing, that person can also do the maintenance. So these two people can do wonderful, saying that, okay, I can do vibe coding, I can also support that code, I can also support the workflow. That's how you will have a good two pillars how you can support each other.